Finally back on the plane, about to take off. I've got my composure back. Wait until I get to my MacBook. Just wait. You will see the receipts in full. Kiat. Yes, bestie. Where next? On my way back to the UK to write some strong letters. Trust and believe. About to take off. Are you ready, bestie? Bestie, look at my face. 2 days being in Antalya, Turkey. This is what it did to my face. But it will come back. Remember I told you that. My name is Case Phoenix. I am the big cat. This is not just a story, big cat. This is a wake-up call to expose the truth behind the promises that were as empty as the hotel they threw me into. What you're about to hear is not fiction. Oh no, au contraire. Sometimes I have to get French up in this bitch. It's the reality I lived with when I boarded a flight to Antalya, Turkey, expecting professionalism, care. But instead, I walked straight into a nightmare. They said, trust us. We'll show you everything once you get here. They said the certifications are ready. The clinic is spotless. The team is world class. And I believed them. Why did I believe them? Because my own nephew had his teeth done at DentaFLY, DentaFLY, in Turkey last year. But what I found when I landed was something out of a horror movie. But today, big cat, you will hear me roar. I will fight to expose the lies they try to hide from the big cats, from me. So grab your popcorn and don't get too comfortable, because you have to realize that this isn't just entertainment. I am wearing war stripes for a reason, darling dears. For a reason. The last time I was forced to put on my bandana and my war paint, and my big cat ears was when I taught you light kung fu and self-defense. Remember I told you that. We are going to dive into everything that happened, darling dears. I'm coming with receipts of what happened, darling dears. Get your mocha, get your popcorn, and get your wine. Cat. Okay. Let's drop down and get our eagle on. The person at the top is one of the drivers. This is the transport coordinator. This is someone from senior management. His name is Brian. This is Peter, the one who I was in contact with my travel instructions, who actually offered the service to me. He's also the one that I sent the information pertaining to my teeth. He's also the one I sent the information pertaining to my body because I wanted to have a breast uplift and a tummy tuck. Yes, I sent him all of this information because he was going to put together a package. He also stated that I may have to stay a few days longer if I get those other surgeries done. But the money that I had at my disposal at that time was about 5k. So I said that I'm going to wait. I'm going to come and get my teeth done, and I'll book another flight, and I'll come back when I have all of the money to pay for the remaining surgeries. Okay? Right. Okay. This is the message that Peter sent me saying that he'd booked the hotel, the Optimum Hotel, the luxury. They said luxury. I found out otherwise, darling dears. I surely did. Okay. I'm going to put all of the receipts for all of the bookings at the ending of the video so you can peruse them at your leisure. Okay. Oh my God, my hands are shaking with this. Oh my God. Okay, let's carry on. This is the PDF of the booking for the Hotel Optimum. But as I said, I'll put all of the receipts on the end. Okay, this is the questions that I was asking about the certification, the crowns, the aftercare, and all of that. When I asked Peter for the clinic certification, for the proof that I would be safe, in skilled hands, this is what he said. He was very avoidant. He said to me, you'll see it. You'll see it soon, darling dears. He didn't say darling dears, but he said, you will see it. You will see them. He kept saying, as if I would walk blindly into a trap. But what choice did I have? My nephew vouched for them. I believed in their word. Oh, but their word was so worthless. As the plug, they gave me all the dirty hotels. Good golly and gosh. Useless, broken, and a mockery. Full-on humiliation. The message that I sent regarding documentation, could you share the clinic's Turkish Dental Association registration number or certificate so I can confirm directly with the TDB? Are your dentists listed in the Ministry of Health database or licensed professionals? For the treatment details, can you explain the specific preparation process for the zirconium crowns, including the percentage of enamel typically removed? How does this compare to other options like composites, veneers in terms of invasiveness? Do you offer a consultation where I can explore these invasive options in person before committing to the zirconium crowns? Warranty aftercare. Can you provide a sample of the warranty paperwork in advance so I can review the terms? What aftercare services are included with the warranty? Do you offer free checkups during the 8-year period? How do you handle complications or dissatisfaction with the final results? What is the policy on revisions or adjustments? Do you have before and after care photos, testimonials from patients who received the same treatment I'm considering? All of this I sent before I got on the plane. I had to. I simply had to. I told you, I'm a note taker. It's been my job, my role for 23 years. Okay, now I'm scrolling to the part where I'm actually in at Antalya, Turkey. Yes, I'm there now. Okay. They know that there's an issue with the room. It's disgusting, right? Miss Phoenix, please wait a few minutes. I have called my manager. It's Sunday. I will text you back. That's what Peter said. Are you listening, bestie? I can't plug in none of my things. I can't plug in my phone. I can't plug in my tablet. I can't even call my children. My phone's about to die on me. I need to get my. Oh, I can't believe I came all of this way, right, for nothing. And now I've got to go downstairs to get them to book my flight to leave this country. This is out of order, right? I can't plug in none of my things in this room. I'm very upset. Very, very, very upset. How can you give me a room where I can't plug none of my plugs in? I can't charge up my phone. I can't charge up my tablet. I can't keep in contact with my kids. I am so upset that I spent my money to come here for nothing. He then said, I'm very sorry. Just few minutes. I can't call my children. The only person I can call is you, right? And I can't plug my stuff in. I have an international plug. The way the wall is set up, you have to have something that can sink deep to get into. I've never been in a hotel. I'm so upset. I can't believe I left my country to come here, and I can't even call my children. This is outrageous. It's outrageous. My supervisor said he will change your room now. They will give you a good one. So what do you mean? There was separate rooms for everyone? What do you mean? So the first dirty room, right? That was unsanitary. Then moved me to a room where there's no plugs that I can't even plug in, nothing to contact my progeny to let them know that I've landed, that I'm safe. I then wrote, this is outrageous. I need to get back to the airport. My phone is currently on 14%. All the money I spent to get here has been wasted. I would rather sleep at the airport and get the flight in the morning back to the UK. I will leave a review on Trustpilot, and I will make sure my 20,300 subscribers avoid DentaFLY. Had enough. Right, I'm not going to have no heart attack here. I'm going to go back to my children. I spent so much money just to get on the plane to come here, and I was going to spend my money. I'm so upset. I am so upset. Right, I came here in good faith, even though you hadn't shown me none of the certifications, nothing. Right, I still came in good faith, right, to spend my money, and this is what I get. No, this is out of order. I'd rather sleep on the floor at the airport than stay in this room. This is out of order. Okay. I was so upset to the point by now, darling dears. I was losing my ability to speak properly. Okay. I just had a stroke on the 2nd of July. Okay. I need a car to take me back to the airport. This is outrageous. This is outrageous, right? Outrageous. He then wrote, I have talked with reception. They will sort out the phone charging issue. Don't get upset, Miss Phoenix. don't judge anything because of this phone charging slot issue. You will be very happy to our clinic management and the work you will get to get. So please relax your mind. I will fix your issue. I wrote, I want to go back to the airport now. I am now in reception, not going back to my room. I am leaving this hotel tonight. This is outrageous. At this point, there was a group of remember, none of the hotel staff at the Optimum, can you see? At the Optimum, right, was easily identifiable. They was in their own clothes, like they were pulled in off the street. The woman that they sent to my room, she was wearing this it was like a black jumper dress, right? Nothing wrong with the jumper dress. The point I had with it was full of fluff. So you can see it was something old, some old clothes she'd drawn on to come to work, to speak to me, right? Hold on. Let me feng shui myself again. Yeah, so this is where they sent me to. It's broke down. Dirty. Remember, and some rooms ain't got no plugs. Remember, I told you that. Okay. Peter then went on to say, Miss Phoenix, I am sorry that you have to go through this. I have tried my best to help you. If your charger issue is resolved, I request you to please do not stress over it and relax a bit. I will change your hotel first thing in the morning. In the morning! So they wanted to leave me in there 24 hours with no means of contacting my progenies. Are they kidding me, blood? Bruh. Or sistrine. Right? Well, hold on a minute. I interrupted my... Oh, hey. Right. I would suggest you do not let this problem spoil your trip. You will be so happy after treatment. Please bear with me and give me some time. I promise I will change your hotel tomorrow morning. I then sent them this message. I am in the green. My experience and flight change. Dear DentaFLY team, thank you for your message, but I will not be coming to the clinic. I didn't make it to the clinic. I made it to the hotel. Hey, hey. Trust and believe. Dear DentaFLY team, thank you for your message, but I will not be coming to the clinic. This has been the most humiliating, distressing, and disappointing experience of my life, and I no longer feel comfortable engaging further. From the moment I arrived, I was met with unacceptable conditions at the hotel arranged by your team. The first room was dirty and smelled strongly of cigarette smoke. After raising this issue, I was moved to another room that was clean, but still failed to meet basic standards. I was unable to charge my phone due to the lack of proper plugs in the room for me to use. To make matters worse, your staff openly spoke about me in a language I do not understand. It was clear I was being discussed in a dismissive and disrespectful way, which left me feeling humiliated and degraded. At one point, I was so distressed that I took my cases and sat on the pavement outside the hotel because I could not bear to stay inside any longer. Remember, I am a foreigner in a foreign country. I don't understand the language. I couldn't go. What am I going mad for? I don't understand the language. They can phone the police and have me locked up, and they won't let me out. That's what they would have done. All I could do was cry, darling dears. I had to cry. I had to release that shiznai. I did not sleep a wink while I was there, darling dears. The hotel room that they moved me to, yes, it was better situated than the first one, but the point is, the die had already been cast. I take you on the first impression you give me. And it was downhill from there. As soon as I got to the new room, what did I do? I covered up the mirror that faced the bed and the TV. You must be joking. After all of this negativity that's risen up in me, right, brought to me by DentaFLY, right, to go to sleep in front of a mirror and a blank TV screen. Listen, I tell you many times, bestie, mirrors are portals. At this moment in time, Peter, can you see him? He's online monitoring my calls, wanting to see what I'm going to do next. Because if he was typing, it would say typing. He's wondering what I'm doing online. I'm looking at what I left online, darling dears. I'm looking very closely, and my besties are looking too. Fist bump. Outrageous, darling dears. Outrageous. Right? I went on to say, where was I? This situation has left me feeling so unsafe that I dare not fall asleep in this country out of fear I may not wake up. Remember, I had the stroke. Okay? No one should have to feel this level of anxiety and discomfort, especially after coming here with good intentions and trust in your clinic. I spent approximately $1,200 preparing for this trip, including essentials such as clothing and safety items. On top of that, I was about to spend nearly £4,000 for my dental treatment. In addition, I had to pay an extra £161 to change my flight. And the earliest one I could get out of Turkey was on Tuesday because the Monday flights were all booked. This has been the worst experience of my life and a complete waste of hard-earned money. I will be sharing my detailed account of my experiences with my subscribers and across all of my platforms. My flight is booked for Tuesday, and I will not be returning to the clinic or further engaging. I hope this feedback prompts you to reflect and make serious changes changes so that no one else has to go through what I did. Sincerely, Case Phoenix. On Monday, I wrote, DentaFLY, I'm writing to formally demand immediate reimbursement. Okay? All right. The following costs incurred. It's my nephew calling me. The same one that got his treatment. I'll be right back. Right, I'm to the point now where Brian is contacting me. Okay? This is Brian. And he says his name's Brian. He's the operations manager for DentaFLY. Your coordinator Peter said you have an issue with the hotel. I'd this correct? Or he must have meant, is this correct? I'd like to resolve the issue for you if you could give me a call. Well, we had the call. And as I said, we couldn't get through the call because they're calling me through WhatsApp. And it kept getting blocked off. It kept saying that it was connecting. It didn't work. So I sent them the email that I just told you about, where I was demanding reimbursement for the cost before I got onto the flight, because this is outrageous. I saved my money to go to this place, darling dears. Right? Okay. Just scrolling through to get to the next point. I then sent them a final demand for reimbursement and a formal complaint. Dear DentaFLY, I'm writing to add to my formal complaint regarding the unacceptable experience I've endured with your company. Today, one of your representatives approached me in the hotel lobby asking to speak to me outside. During the interaction, he offered me cigarettes. I can't smoke cigarettes. I just had a stroke, right? Which was inappropriate, unprofessional, and dismissive of my emotional state. Claimed that the hotel's conditions and my experience were not DentaFLY's responsibility, despite being part of the care package DentaFLY provided. Stated that the owner would not reimburse me any £1,720. I am owed, disregarding the financial and emotional toll this has taken on me, insisted that I should not hold Turkey as a whole accountable for the actions of the company, meaning the hotel Optimum, right? DentaFLY of any responsibility, told me that I could complain to my subscribers and the Dental Association, Trustpilot, and any other authority as if to dismiss my valid grievances. This interaction, added to my distress, demonstrates your company's utter lack of care of accountability for the experiences of your clients. I was left in tears and visibly shaken, which your representative witnessed but continued to dismiss. Let me make this clear. You are responsible for the care package you sold to me. This includes the unsafe, unsanitary conditions of the hotel and the distress I endured. If I do not receive reimbursement by the 18th of November 2024, I will escalate the complaint to every relevant authority and platform. I will be reporting this interaction with your company's negligence to the Turkish Ministry of Health, the Turkish Dental Association, the UK Trading Standards, the General Dental Council, and Trustpilot and other relevant platforms. Additionally, I will share a detailed account of my entire experience with my subscribers, right? Including the representative's behavior. This is your final opportunity to address the matter responsibly, reimburse me for my expenses, and offer a sincere apology for the distress your company has caused. So, I'm shivering now. This is how much it's taking me. Or I will take all necessary steps to protect myself and warn others about your practices. Case Phoenix. To add to the inappropriate behavior I endured, your representative had the audacity to ask if I'd been contacted by any other dentist in Turkey. What? How would they have contacted me? Are they psychic? How would they have picked me up? How? Right? Right? Where was I? This is an absurd and baseless insinuation which has nothing to do with the distressing experience I have already outlined. It demonstrates a complete lack of focus on resolving the legitimate complaints I have raised. Asking such relevant and cheeky questions only added to the emotional distress that you caused. Big Cat, listen up. This isn't just my story. This is a wake-up call. What you heard is not only a tale of broken promises, humiliation, disrespect, and gaslighting, but also the blueprint of what to avoid. Because the truth is, and the truth always will out, as we say in the UK. When you step into these deals that look too good to be true, sometimes you're stepping into a minefield of horror stories and repercussions and ramifications. I walked through this, so you don't have to. Red flag number 1. Empty promises of the certification. They promised me that all the credentials and certification of the clinic would be shown to me at the moment I arrived. Yet, let me repeat that they promised me this, but when I arrived, all I got was excuses, evasion, and more lies. I asked Peter directly for proof before even setting foot in Turkey, and he fobbed me off. When I got there, nothing was shown. Nothing. They assumed I wouldn't ask questions. Me? Are you kidding me, blood? Bruh, or sistrine? They didn't expect me to ask any questions, that I wouldn't demand accountability. Big Cat, let me be clear. If they can't show you their credentials before you get on the plane, run like your life depends on it. Red flag number 2. The care package. Lies, and more lies. The lies, in the words of Candy Barres. These companies sell you a dream with their so-called care packages. They also say, oh, we'll take care of your transportation, your accommodation, and every detail from the moment you land. But do they really? Nope, that's a big fat nada. I was dumped in a dirty, unprofessional hotel where I was humiliated and treated like a nobody. I had to leave the hotel and go outside and sit on the pavement with my baggage around me in tears because I couldn't understand what they were saying to me, number one. Number two, all of that negativity was being directed at me. I could feel it on me like waves. Don't be fooled. The minute you arrive, they show you who they really are. Believe them. Red flag number 3. The silence and the gaslighting of it all. When things went sideways, I reached out politely. Mind you, you heard the level of professionalism in the messages I sent. Okay? That's how I speak. Listen, I'm used to writing hard letters. I am. But I am professional at what I do, darling dears. I absolutely am. I reached out politely to Peter, to Brian, and their so-called team. And you know what I got in return? Silencio. 5 out of 6 people read my messages and none of them replied. Not even a single word. They knew that I've got my receipts. They knew I was humiliated and still they pretended I didn't exist. If a clinic ghosts you after you've paid, that is a major red flag. That speaks volumes, big cats. Red flag number 4. Playing on your trust. My nephew had his teeth done there. He said he had the EMAX. That's why I believed in DentaFLY. I had his word. Someone who'd been there, plus people he'd spoken to who'd been there, they gave it a good report. But let me tell you something. Just because someone else had a good experience doesn't mean that you will have that same good experience. Every clinic has their success stories, but it does not, I repeat, does not erase the horror stories, the horror story that I lived for 2 days in my life that I can never get back. Don't blindly trust. Ask for proof. Dig deeper. Big cats, this isn't just a cautionary tale. This is your chance to arm yourself with true knowledge. These companies have a responsibility to provide professional, ethical, and safe care when they offer these packages. And yet they think they can get away with it, with treating us like we're numbers on a spreadsheet. Not on my watch. I am Case Phoenix. I am the big cat. I fight for what's right. To every shady company out there, to every Peter Pumpkin Eater and Brian the Wicked, this big cat is not going anywhere. I've got receipts. I've got my voice. And now I have an army of big cats behind me. If you think you can hide, think again, Scotty. Think again. If you think you can silence me, you clearly don't know who I am. I am the big cat. Remember that. Bestie, let this video be your armor. If you're considering these packages, watch your back. Ask the questions that I ask. Run them back. Write them down, darling dears. Ask questions. And never you stop until you get to the truth of the situation that you are signing your health up for. I'm going to sign off now, but I'll be back. Because When you mess with the big cat, you better be ready for the roar. The big cat always finds out the truth roof. Pinkies up.
How you came to be is no longer a mystery. Black sheep is your birthright. It's code for the one who brings the light. I bet if there's a crack, you don't fall back. Remember who you are.
Rest for the wicked with their skullduggery.
Use spell workers' projection to send out envy, hate, and jealousy. You are the prototype, your ancestors champion. They shield you and send back those spiritual attacks. You are divinely protected from the dummy bats. Yeah.
The most high got your back.
Sits high and looks low, so don't get smoked or smoke yourself. Big cat moving silence. Only time you speak is to say checkmate.
And we will say checkmate. I'm going to list all of the names of the companies at the ending of this VT. All of the people that some of the people, I'm not telling you everybody who I've got in contact with, but I've been busy, very busy and focused, man. How dare they? We are human beings, or should I say, we are spiritual beings having this human experience. But some people make it their job to make it harder. Just because you are a number on a spreadsheet, they disregard the human experience of it all, darling dears. Never have I ever felt so humiliated, disrespected, discarded, and voiceless. So you make sure you do the work, darling dears. Research, research, research. I went on someone else's say-so. Yes, I did. I took the plane and I didn't have the credentials. Yes, that's true. But I reinforced it before I got on the plane, and I let them know that I wanted to see all of the documentation once I arrived at the clinic on the 18th. But I didn't make it there, did I? Until we meet again on these astrological, tarot, numerological streets. Big cat wave. Get it, big cat. And bestie, don't forget to share this on all your platforms, darling dears. Share them on all your platforms. Don't allow them to push us around. Don't allow them to get away with disrespecting and disregarding people and gaslighting people. And make sure you do that research, bestie. I walked it so you don't have to. Big cat wave. Oops. Big cat wave. One final thing, bestie. You remember this? This is my call for action, darling dears. This is my SOS, darling dears, to all the big cats. They can't treat their clientele like this. If they could dare to do this to me, just imagine what they will do to someone who they perceive has no voice, or is too scared to complain, or doesn't know whom to complain to. Remember, the black hat has been thrown. Get them, bestie.
Big cat, how you came to be is no longer a mystery. Black sheep is your birthright. It's code for the one who brings the light. I bet if there's a crack, you don't fall back. Remember who you are. Rest for the wicked with their skullduggery. They use spell workers' projection to send out envy, hate, and jealousy. You are the prototype, your ancestors champion. They shield you and send back those spiritual attacks. You are divinely protected from the dummy bats. Yeah. Big cat, the most high, got your back. He sits high and looks low, so don't get smoked or smoke yourself. Big cat moving silence. Only time you speak is to say checkmate.